Hi. As a healthcare professional, it is important to understand the complexities of gender and sex as they impact our profession today. We live in a time where gender roles and responsibilities are assigned by culture and not necessarily by our biological makeup. Because healthcare professionals work with a large variety of individuals, it is important to stay culturally competent in the topic of sex and gender to provide the best care possible. The following scenario is a true story and an example of how, as healthcare professionals, we will sometimes have to deal with cultural issues on the topic of sex and gender.
Hello, Sarah. Are you ready for therapy?
Yeah, hey, bro.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Thank you.
Okay, Sarah, I want to transfer you.
You know, Rox, I'm pretty heavy. I really feel that you shouldn't be transferring me. I mean, honestly, is there a guy outside that can transfer me? I don't think that this is something that a woman should be doing. And I have been meaning to tell you, I don't know how you do it. The last time you told me that you're the one working and that your husband's going to school and he's taking care of the kids, I don't think that's right. I think that he should be working and you should be taking care of those kids. I mean, those kids need their mom. In the scenario provided, how did the patient conclude that the female therapist should not be transferring him? Was it for safety purposes? Or did the patient conclude that the level of physical work required to transfer him must be performed by a man and not a woman, based on his cultural upbringing? And why did he have the idea that women should stay at home taking care of the kids? Who determines nowadays whether it's right or wrong if a male or a female stays home to take care of the kids? Gender roles are tasks and activities that society has assigned to the sexes. Gender stereotyping is what erroneously creates an idea and places it in our head of the roles and behaviors that we feel a person should be carrying out based on their sex. As a healthcare provider, we must avoid the trap of gender stereotyping. To avoid this, you want to get to know your patient. Never make assumptions of the roles or behaviors that you think a patient must have based on their sex. A woman you're treating might not be a stay-at-home mom. A man you're treating may not identify himself with the male gender. If a healthcare professional treats a patient based on assumptions of their sex, one might end up in uncomfortable situations where the patient only ends up feeling ashamed and, even worse, discriminated. Gender variance is a human phenomenon that has taken many forms across cultures and societies. As a healthcare professional, to provide the best care, get to know your patient's cultural background. Make that person feel at home. Additionally, get to know your own cultural background. Identify thoughts, ideas, specific values that make you who you are, and determine if a new approach is required when working with patients of different cultural backgrounds. Understand that there will be patients with different beliefs, different values, different expectations based on their cultural background. Recognizing and respecting the differences is the overall key to providing the best patient care and being the best healthcare professionals that we can be.